So I have the distinct pleasure, and it's an honor, to be sitting here with Mr. J, Mrs. Jane Januski. And they are the very first residents of Pacific Estates. How you doing, guys?
There you go. Good,
Good. So, I thank you very much for taking the time and giving me this opportunity to discuss your feelings and the whole process of what it took for you guys to get here. So, I just want to ask a couple of questions. First of all, what do you think of your new house?
Absolutely fabulous. We love it. We love it. Couldn't wait to get here. It has met our expectations and then some.
That's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. And you, Jay, what do you?
Absolutely. It's walking into what I pictured was going to be the dream house, and everything in it was going to be just the way I wanted it. And again, met expectations plus.
Yes, it is.
Fantastic. And how does it feel let's discuss some of the challenges for you to get to this point. I mean, you guys saw when we were first pouring concrete, you saw the very beginnings of this project. So tell me, how does it feel to be here, to actually see the house finished,
It's phenomenal because we were here during the point, as you say, when they were pouring concrete and putting the rebar, and I just looked and said, oh my God, look at the amount of rebar going in.
Is that going to be our house?
All you saw was posts, and you're kind of trying to picture it, and to see it go from that to the finished product.
What it is today
is just amazing.
It's a dream come true.
And the workers that are here that pay such detail to everything that needs to get done, that there are no imperfections.
Right. I think it's important that it helps out a lot that a lot of the workers we have living here on premise.
Oh, absolutely.
So there's a constant flow of communications going back and forth, and there's an effort. And I think also, and correct me if I'm wrong, because the workers are here living on the property, they truly become engulfed in the project itself. It's not like somebody just going to work and going back home. They're truly connected almost 24/7.
And they connected with us. I mean, they were excited every time, and we, I think you're aware, we come every 6 months, that, we wanted to see our house in action. We wanted to see it going up and coming to fruition.
Right.
And they know us. They know who we are, and
right.
They're happy to see us. And
that's very important, Janie, because a lot of times people often think that they can buy the lot. They put the money in escrow like we do, and then we do the drawdown, but they want to come and see the house finished. And that's good, but the reality is it's important for the client to come and be involved in the actual process.
Absolutely.
So they understand what it takes, they understand what we're trying to achieve, and more importantly, in the event you want to change something, you can do it on a timely basis rather than waiting to do something afterwards.
Well, as we did when we were here, we all realized, you know what, we really need a storeroom.
Yes.
And then
yes.
Brian built the bodega, and along with that, Jane said, well, how about something to get up and down, a lift of some sort for the groceries or whatever else is going to go up there. And you put in a
J-waiter.
A J-waiter. That's right, because no. We named it after you because the idea originated with you. It's really good because as you build, the house gets better.
Yes.
If the developer listens to the clients, it improves and improves. Right. And one of the best improvements, particularly on this house, yes, was the J-waiter.
Right.
And now that when people come down to see what it is, they go, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense. We should do that.
Right.
And Meyer, you ask about the challenges. We didn't so much think there were challenges. We were very confident that we had a project manager that was in
Thank you so much. That means a a lot coming from you.
And Brian, the builder, and his team, we never once had any apprehensions. And a lot of our friends said, "Oh, aren't you afraid of building in another country? What about this and what about that?"
Right.
And Jay and I never experienced any of that because we had such a good feeling from the very beginning.
Right.
And it just kind of all fell into place, and you listened to us, and you were in constant communication with us, and I think that's what it's all about when you're undertaking a project
Yeah,
like
I appreciate
this,
that.
to get to know your clients, and the clients get to know their project manager and feel comfortable.
Right,
We have done.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's become a very personal relationship. It's not.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's not me dealing with somebody putting up a project of 200 homes and
And that's
knock them
it.
out and that's
Right.
it. It's gone.
Right.
It's a very personal relationship.
Well, there's something that I've said. We're building this project, obviously one house, literally one house at a time. Okay? So the way we do the sales from the very beginning is very personal. The way we build is very personal. So you're right, Jay. Through the whole process, it's done in a way that we're able to share and interact and build a bond together. We're able to understand what your needs are, what's important to you, and address those issues. Now, one thing that I'm very proud of is as we've been selling, you guys have started to meet your neighbors.
Yes, we have.
And talk to me about Ken and Shelley. Talk to me about the experience. Officially, and this was not planned, we had 3 different families come at the same time for your closing. and you've been able to connect with some of these people. Tell me about that.
Well, when we came in from Atlanta, I was wearing one of my Pacific Estate shirts.
By the way, excuse me, because of Jay, we have beautiful Jay and Jane both, we have beautiful Pacific Estate shirts, and I have to thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
Standing in line with custom, and Shelley turns around and looks at my shirt and says, "Pacific Estates."
We're going there too.
Are you going to be? We introduced ourselves, and from that moment on, it's just been, we've spent every day with them, every evening with them, having dinner at our place, at their place, and it's just been laughs.
Yes.
And
that's fantastic.
Getting to know your neighbors, getting, their comfort level, and they're just wonderful, wonderful people.
That's fantastic. No, it's important. You said something. You're coming to a different country. And one of the hardest things is to overcome that wall, right? That fear of the unknown and not knowing. But I think the fact that you're doing the whole process with people that are from your background, the States, and they're used to and accustomed to doing things in a certain standard and maintaining the standard. And the fact that you're moving into a development where you have people that share the same thoughts, views, standards, you have so much in common. But there's one thing that really is, I think, is the glue that holds and distinguishes this project from all the other projects. You want to take a guess what that is? Or?
It's everybody is seeking a better quality of life.
There you go.
And that's what we found here.
You have a common denominator.
Yes.
You're coming here to write your second chapter.
Exactly.
Okay? And everybody here, whether they start as an investment or rental, you know what I mean, and they want to retire in the house afterwards, at some point we're building a community that distinguishes ourselves from everybody, from all other communities, and that's that you have that main common goal that sticks together. Okay? And that, I think, speaks volumes. I think it's worlds of difference.
We're all on the same page. We may be reading a different word at a different moment, but we're all on the same page.
Right.
And we're all excited about the capabilities of the excitement that exists out there.
Right.
Things that are around us, that are new, that are beautiful to begin with, and all of a sudden you see an iguana run across the lawn, and you kind of look at it, and it's looking at you, and they're both saying, "What are you doing here?" I don't know. What are you doing here? And it's beautiful, beautiful.